I was going to do a cooking video, but I'm going to do it today. And hopefully this vantage point works okay. We'll see how it goes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do chicken French with a side of angel hair pasta and a gamberi sauce. And I kind of prepped a few things, although I should have pounded out the chicken first. So you'll see me pounding out chicken. So I'm going to wait for some people to come on. We'll see how that goes. Until I do that, let me tell you a story. There was a man from Louisiana, kind of the backwoods of Louisiana, and he had himself quite a little farm. Interesting place, that Louisiana. So he was just cooking in his kitchen, and he heard a knock on the door. And he goes and he opens the door, and when he opens the door, this guy shoves this badge in his face. And he says, "You see that badge? I'm from the IRS. And with this badge, I can go anywhere, I can do anything, and I can make your life a living hell unless you do exactly what I tell you." And the guy says, "What do you want?" He says, "I want to search your property. I'm going to search your property." He goes, "Fine." So he goes back to cooking, and the guy is walking around outside doing stuff. And he's just cooking away, and about 15 minutes later, he hears, and he's thinking, "What the heck is that?" And he goes to the door, and he goes outside, and he sees some commotion in the bullpen, the pen with the bull. And he goes over, and he's standing at the gate, and there's the guy running around. This bull is chasing him around in the pen. And he's going, "Help!" Every time he passes him, "Help! Help!" And the guy goes, "Show him your badge." IRS, gotta love him, right? So who's with me today? Let me take a look here. We'll see. Hold on. Oh my gosh. We'll see. Dottie, how are you? Patty B. Suzanne, you didn't miss anything. I just started. I haven't even started cooking yet. All right, so let me see if I can do this a little better. Okay. You missed the pun? Oh, that's because you missed the beginning of the joke. It was just designed to waste a little time until some people came on. We've only got 9 people on, so all right. So here's what we're going to do. Let me take you over here first. Oh, my kitchen? Yeah, I did this. I remodeled the whole thing. Used to have these real ugly cabinets right here that came down to about here. So if you wanted to talk to somebody, you had to kind of lean down. So we ripped all those out. I put in the recessed lights. Oop, one's out. Cut a hole in this wall here. This leads into my living room. Right there, that's my living room. But this was all a big wall, so I cut a hole in that, put a beam up there, because we have a second floor, so we had to distribute the weight. And I did all the brick here, all the backsplash brick, all the backsplash back here, all the bull nose, that's called. I didn't do the granite countertops because, that's just a specialty thing. But I did all the crown molding. If you look up there, you can see crown molding up on top. I'm spinning you around too much. So anyways, I did all that. It was really kind of cool. Oh, and over here in my dining room, take a look at my dining room. I'm just kind of wasting time until we get, I did all the recessed woodwork there. If you can see that. Where is it? 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 There. All that woodwork I did. And wine rack. I did all that. And that's about it. So, oh, okay. So first things first. All right, I got some red peppers roasting right now. So we're going to take those out. And we'll set them right there. So first thing is, where are we? Roasted red peppers. 1, 2, that'll go in our pasta sauce. Now what you got to do with roasted red peppers, what you got to do is you got to kind of steam them so the skin comes off easy. So what I need is some Tupperware with a lid, and you put the peppers in there. You put the peppers in here. After you take them out, notice how they're nice and charred black. And then you put the top on and they steam. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put garlic that I shaved real thin. Now, the thinner you can shave your garlic, the more flavor you're going to get out of it. I'm going to put that in here in my pan along with some olive oil. I would say about 4 or 5 tablespoons. And I'm going to saute that. Put this over here. All right. So put that on. Spread it around. Can y'all see me okay? I'm going to come over there and I'll read a little bit. All right. Right into me. Talk to me. Okay, who do we got? You need binoculars. Sorry. I'm going to try and take you around with me. I will. What is the name of the gourmet burger place? Oh, Bernie's Burger Bus. Pretty good burgers, actually. Not bad, I have to admit. All right, so here we go, Suzanne. This is the, gosh, it's the sauteed, well, it's sauteing in some olive oil, the garlic. I'll figure out how to do this better. It's just a few of us tonight, huh? Oh well, that's okay. People can watch it later. How do you like this format? All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to not burn the garlic. We don't want to burn the garlic. Who's that? Kimberly. Hi, my friend. All right, so let's go. Got to keep your eye on the garlic. What I hate doing is burning the garlic. That's just a disaster. All right, so we're going to do the chicken next. And this is what we do. I like using tenders because they're tender, but you can use chicken breasts. The problem with chicken breasts is that once you pound them out, they expand really big, and then you got to cut them down, and you got this chicken piece that's this big, and nobody can eat that. But the tenders pound out to just a perfect size portion. Somebody who doesn't eat very much will eat 1. A bigger eater will eat 2. If they're, if you got like a 19-year-old, he might eat 3. All right, so I put it on plastic, and I cover it with plastic. And the reason is because when you pound it out, chicken meat might go flying all over the place. All right, my garlic's not burning. Don't let me burn the garlic, y'all. Somebody remind me of the garlic every once in a while. I do have a tendency to forget it. Okay, come on, right in. I'm over here reading. Hello. Okay, so we'll start pounding because nobody's saying anything. Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. All right, here we go. Don't smash them too much. The tenders pound out real easy. You notice only about 5 or 6 or 7 strokes on each one. All right, and then what we're going to do, I should have prepped this, is we're going to dust the chicken in some flour, and then we're going to run it through a bath of egg, scrambled egg. That should work. All right. So we'll take the chicken. Oh, don't forget my, okay. So the garlic is perfectly ready. Now, what I'm going to do with the garlic here next is this. I'm going to work on, we'll leave the chicken and we'll start working on the sauce. Now, this is just a little bit of sauce, like homemade tomato sauce, about 5 or 6 tablespoons, because I want to give it like a little bit of meat to it, you know, so it's not just oil. This gives it a little bit of texture and a little bit of flavor. Oh, here we go. Let's get it down there. All right. Then next, this is the topping for it. The next, let me see if I can do it like this. Can you see? Yeah. All right. This is a sun-dried tomato paste. You take about a tablespoon of sun-dried tomato paste. Stuff is fabulous. And because basil is out of season and my basil plants are all dead because it's so cold, I'm going to use a basil pesto. About a tablespoon of that as well. All right. Now, the thing about this sauce is you can really pretty much use anything that you like, anything you want. I'm going to throw these organic cherry tomatoes. Everything I use is organic if I can find it organic. All right. So I've got cherry tomatoes in there. I got some sun-dried tomato paste. I got some basil paste. You could use what do you call it? If anybody likes artichoke hearts, you could put those in here. I'm forgetting something. All right, we're going to use some spices now. Crushed red pepper. We like hot stuff. This you do to your own taste. If you don't like it very hot, you don't use very much. This family, we like hot. I'm going to do rosemary. I like rosemary and anything Italian. Just like rosemary. I like the way it tastes. I'm going to put about, a 1/4 teaspoon. Not too much. Let me set you up over here so I can put the top on. This is so hard to do, not hands-free. I don't need any garlic. I'm not going to need any garlic salt. Pretty much, that's it. All right, and so it looks like that. That's the way it looks. It's just a nice, easy topping for the pasta. I'm going to turn it on as low as it'll go so it doesn't dry out. I'm probably even going to cover it so the moisture doesn't evaporate. It'll get all pasty on me. All right, there. Done with that. Let's go back over here now. All right. So we got our chicken pounded out, some of it, not all of it. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to dredge it through the flour like this. And I'm going to set it over here like this. Just dredge it through. Yes, I cook with my hands because I don't really care. I'm not a germaphobe. I'm not really concerned. The way I see it is, the more germs you get, the less likely you are to get sick. How's that for reasoning? And how do I know that? Because I worked with kids. And when I first started working with kids, I got pretty much every sickness, every disease that came through the neighborhood. And once I got them all, I didn't get any more. I never got sick after that because it's almost like your body builds up antibodies to it. So, it's kind of like, like chicken pox. The kids get chicken pox. You want kids to get chicken pox because once they get it, their body builds up the antibodies, and then they don't get it when they're older. You know how that goes. Anyways, so I don't know. I do know that they've done studies that show that if you shelter your kids from all the bacteria and stuff, then when they get older, they're more likely to be more sick. That's true. What do I know? I don't know. All right, so who's talking? Who's on? DL. D, do I know you? Have you written in before? Because you don't look familiar to me. I'm throwing down. Yeah, I have done this a time or two. All right, D, talk to me. Who are you? Do I know you? Have you written in before? Talk to me, girl. Oh my gosh. Hi, Terry Ann. How are you? All right, so after I flour them, you'll notice what I'm doing over here is I'm putting them on this plate, but I'm separating them by a row of plastic because they'll stick to each other if you don't. Boom. Can you see me? Can everybody see what I'm doing here? I'm taking them and I'm dredging them through a thing of flour, just real, no big deal, nothing hard. I'm setting them over here on this plastic so that they don't stick to each other. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to bring it through the bath. All right, but first we're going to put some oil. Olive oil. All right. Hi, guys. Okay, so who do we got here? No, not chicken parm. This is called chicken French. All right, guys. So olive oil in the pan. We want to use a fair... Oh, let me see. There we go. There we go. A fairly good portion, probably about a half a cup. I would say maybe a little bit more because we're going to saute this chicken. All right, who do we got? All right, there we go. So y'all can see how much olive oil I have there. I actually think I need a little bit more because the oil makes kind of like a sauce in the long run too. So who do we got? We got April. How you doing, April? Joey, what's going on? I'm making chicken French, Joey. So, you know, you can go back to the beginning and check it out if you want to catch up. Yes. Daughter of the Most High. Kimberly. I named Kimberly and her sister the Overcomers because their testimony is remarkable. It's just remarkable. So let me see. Let me see if I can set up another thing here. Can I set it up here? How does that look? Ooh, that's pretty good. I should have thought of that before. So now we're getting into this area here. Or are we? All right, we got to get the oil hot. So let me see. Where are we? Okay, we're good. Who's here? What abs? I'm not showing my abs. Not doing it. But they're smoking. Just playing. All right, who's out there? Talk to me. All right, I'm waiting for my oil to get hot. Yeah, I know, I'm playing. Magnifico. Keep sweet. Yellow. Hi, Marlene. Hiya. All right, what we got going? Everything's good. Where am I? All right, so let's get going on this thing. Before I toss my chicken in here, I got to make sure that the oil is just the right amount hot. Not too hot, not too cold, just enough so that when I put it in there, it starts cooking immediately. But, sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my egg bath. This is egg, like if you make scrambled eggs. I even put a little bit of milk in it because it makes it fluffier. And then you take the chicken, this is the chicken, and I'm going to go, let me see if I can get the phone. Sorry, y'all. Come on, there we go. I'm going to take the chicken, I'm going to run it through the egg and put it in the pan. And let's see if I can do it from here better. Let's see if this works. Can we see? All right, can you see it all? Chicken, egg, here, pan. All right, so how do we test to see, how do we know if the oil's done? This is what you're going to do. Just take a little bit of your egg and drop it in the oil, and if it sizzles right away, like a scrambled egg or like a fried egg, you know it's done, and that oil is done. Now you want to, probably about medium low. You don't want it to cook too fast. You don't want it to cook too slow. All right, so I'm going to take the chicken. I'm going to run it through the bath. I'm going to give my chicken a bath. And I'm going to pop it in here. I'm going to take my chicken. I'm going to run it through the bath. I'm going to pop it in here. I'm going to take a little more chicken. I'm going to run it through a bath. I'm going to pop it in here. I'm going to take another piece of chicken. I'm going to run it through the bath. I'm going to pop it in here. Now that's all I got room for is those four. There we go. All right. What we're going to do, we're going to let this chicken saute. I need to get a spatula. I didn't plan to have it. All right. So now I want to make sure that my chicken is not sticking to the bottom. It should be free floating around in there. Let me see if I can get you a picture of that. Well, let me see. Can you see how it's moving around? Yeah, you should be able to. All right. And all I'm going to do is cook it for about 3 minutes on one side till it's golden brown. I'm going to flip it over, cook it for 3 minutes on the other side, and then we're ready to go. All right. Do I have some more stuff to do? Let me see. No. We'll put the oven on bake. No, I don't have to do that. Let me do this instead. All right, so we test our chicken by, we just lift one side up, and it's not done yet. Just not done. So anybody have anything, any questions? I have about a minute before I have to flip this over. Where are we? Who's talking to me? Somebody talk to me over here. I'm lonely. Nobody? Nothing? Somebody? Somebody say something. There we go. Who's up there? Browning it. No, sauteing it. Martha ain't got nothing on me. No, she don't. April? Question mark. No, I can't make a delivery to Georgia. All right, so who do we got? Is that a Chicago accent? No, it's a New York accent. It's an Italian accent. So my daughter's been into watching The Godfather lately. Oh my gosh, she just had this thing where she wanted to see The Godfather. So they watched Godfather 1, her and Angela, and I guess they're going to watch Godfather 2 next. I hadn't really seen it since the 70s myself. The 80s, no, or probably the early 80s. All right, who's here? Yes, I do believe America is Mystery Babylon. Well, you got Rome, you got England. America is the daughter of Babylon, but I believe it is. I do. I believe America is it. All right, so what we have here is a failure to communicate. No, just kidding. All right, so we're getting close. So we take a lemon. Take the label off the lemon. You cut the lemon in half. When the second side has sauteed, where it's golden brown, like the first side, and it appears like it has, all right, that one has it, then the fun begins. All right, this is called chicken French, and this is an easy dish because it only has a couple of ingredients. I lost a spoon. Had a big spoon, lost my spoon. All right, you guys ready? Now watch from here. This is where it gets good. Check my chicken. See how it's golden brown on one side, golden brown on the other side. I could probably let it go for just a minute longer, but not too much. Got these two pieces over here aren't cooked as good as those two over there. I have a hot spot in my pan, I notice here. Got to get these two going a little better. All right, so who's got what? Marlene. I'm making chicken French, and I'm getting steamed up here by oil. I'm going to be all greasy. I'll be a greasy Italian. All right, you ready? Because here it goes. Take it, you put it on high. I want to get that oil as hot as I can get it now, but only really fast. White wine. I'm going to take about a little more than half a cup of white wine. I don't really measure it. When I do it, it goes something like this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lemon. Both of them, squeeze them in there. If you like it real lemony, you can take your spoon and just kind of push it around and get a little more out. Take the lemon and put it in here. You want it to cook in there with the lemon. This is chicken base. All right, I use Better Than Bouillon. They have organic and regular, really good. You're going to take maybe about a tablespoon, all right? And you pop that in there and help it around. Don't just leave it in one glob, but it'll kind of dissolve, but you got to help it. Otherwise, you'll have it all in one area. Kind of getting it to dissolve. I want that burner on high. I want this boiling. I'm trying to cook off the alcohol right now is what I'm doing. All right. Now I've got the what do you call it? The chicken base in there. So I want to swirl it all around, get it all good in there, and I want this boiling. I want it on high. And then I'm going to take, these are capers. Take my, oh my gosh, really? Are you kidding me? All right, then I'm going to put some capers in here. These are the biggest capers I've ever seen. Normally they're small. About 30 or so. Boom, that's done. And that's it. That's the dish. I'm going to let it saute in that for a little while. Couple of minutes. How's everybody doing? I got my water for my pasta. I got angel hair pasta. I still have my sauce over here. Oh, that smells so good. That sun-dried tomato paste, marron. Whoa. My dad used to do this. When something was really good, he would go, marron, and he would shake his wrist like this. Now, if it was really, really good, he would give it a double-hander. Marron, he'd say. Marron. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to transfer it to another pan that I can put in the oven and keep warm because I got a second batch to do. So I'm making a lot because I don't know why. I just made the whole pan. Normally I wouldn't make this much. My daughter's not here tonight, so I may be cooking all this for myself. All right. These pans are heavy. Madon. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in the oven, which I've got on like 350, and it's just so that it keeps it warm. I'm going to start a second batch. Anybody remember the order? First, we got our olive oil. How much olive oil? What was it, about a half a cup? Maybe a little more? It's up to you. You don't have to use quite that much. Boom. Got to get that olive oil hot. It's already on high. Gonna take my chicken, gonna run it through my egg bath. But first, we gotta test our oil. It's already hot. Matter of fact, it's too hot. Hey, there's my wife. My wife is here. We're on live. That's Angela. Okay, remember they've got to be, they can't stick. They've got to be free flowing. Who's here with me? Yes. Yes. She is, without a doubt. All right. Now, as you can see, these, well, I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Or is it too, these are already browning fast. The second batch always cooks a little faster than the first batch. Oh, that one's not quite done. Now, while that's cooking, I'm going to add sun-dried tomatoes to my pasta. Why? I love sun-dried tomatoes. Why didn't I add them earlier? Because if you put them in too soon, they kind of cook down and tend to just like evaporate. They melt in there. So I like them to have a little bit of their texture. I put in about 20 or 30 of them. You, get off there. My cat's on the counter over here. All right, I'm out of the picture. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we got a minute, so who wants to talk to me? You need glasses. What is... I'm not repeating that. Yes, I did see your video. It was really quite cool, actually. I liked it. Well done. Well spoken. All of it was excellent. And agreed with everything you said. Gotta be gas? Don't know what that means. It looks inductive. Merry Christmas. My stove is electric. I'm changing the angle over here. All right. So what do we got working here? Oh, do y'all see my kitty? See my kitty cat? That's my cat. I can't get him off the counters. Why is the cat on the counter? Yeah, because if I push him down, what he does is he runs around, he jumps on the couch over here. See my couch? He jumps on my couch, he jumps up here, and he goes over there. And I'll put him down, and he'll run around and jump back up. And we'll do that 20 or 30 times until I finally, either I have to put him in timeout, or, you know, he wears me out. And he just won, so I leave him alone now. I just let him do his thing. So there's not much I can do about it. He's the resident cat. All right, so now this one is done. So who can tell me what's the next move? What's the next move? Who knows? Yeah, he's like a bandit. White wine is next, very good. But don't forget, you gotta turn the heat all the way up first. I wanna get that thing really hot so it cooks off the alcohol. Who wrote that? Who's paying attention? All right, this chicken is all good. We're going white wine. One. Next is the lemon. And again, if you want a little more lemony, it's up to you. I usually will do one. Put the lemon in. What's next? Who knows what's next? I'm getting killed by the white wine here. I'm breathing in all the alcohol. All right, what's next? Who knows what's next? Come on, guys. Talk to me. Who knows, who knows, who knows? Now, I already did the lemon, not the capers. No, no, no. Chicken base. The chicken base, about a tablespoon of chicken base. You forget this, you'll mess the whole dish up. You gotta have the chicken base in there. And remember, you kind of move it around till it dissolves. Don't use the cube bouillon. That stuff is MSG. It's all MSG. You don't want to use that. Monosodium glutamate. Use this stuff. Again, it's called Better Than Bouillon. Really quite good. Ooh. All right. Now the capers. Capers are next. Take the capers. Again, this is up to you. You can use as many as you want. What the heck, I'll just use them all. I'm pretty much done with it. Then you just let it saute. And the sauce will start to thicken too. Okay. My glasses are all fogged up. Who's out there? Who's out there with me? I'm moving you. I'm moving you over here. Anybody see? Who's there? White. Okay, what wine? It really don't matter. The cheapest, you can use $1.50, $2, $3 from the dollar store. This is Chardonnay. Just a cheapo white wine. It really doesn't matter. I've used so many different kinds and they pretty much come out the same. I will not drop you in the food. Who's here? Everybody, write in real quick. I want to see who's on. All right. Hola. Just Scout, Cheryl, April, Dottie. Keep sweet. Keep sweet. What's your name? Kay, Suzanne, Elvia, Diana. How are you, darling? Fari. Man, they're going so fast I can hardly keep up. There's 32 people on. Joey! Hi from Jersey. Hey. Who is that? Paula. Paula Randolph. That doesn't sound familiar. Are you new, Paula? Chicken piccata, yeah. We actually, in the restaurant, we used to call this chicken French, but it really is chicken piccata. All right, we're going back up here. You know what? I think I'm going to go over here so we get a better view of everything. I'm getting all fogged up. All right, so here we are. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two and I'm going to put them together and pop them in the oven. Well, doesn't matter. I'm going to cover this, just set it off for now. All right, so I got my water is just about boiling. I got my sauce just about ready. Done with that, that. All this is trash. Ooh, I'll clean up later. All right, so where am I? My sauce is pretty well done. All I got to do is do the pasta. Pasta's it. I don't think it's quite hot enough yet. Let that get a little hotter. All right, so while we're waiting for the water to boil a little better, what do we got? Daughter of the Most High, me, 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 me. Well, I don't know what that is. You dropped it? What did you drop? Very hot, very hot. Shelter me. All right, so that was pretty easy, right? There were only a couple of ingredients. Can't mess that dish up. You dipped your chicken. You dropped my chicken. I don't get it. Hi. Your finger. Susan, I'm not following you. I don't know what you're saying to me. You dropped something, your finger. You don't get it either. See, no, someone help. Suzanne, help what? What are we helping with? No, this is the first time I streamed cooking, so I'm a little discombobulated. On the what? On the menu next week? What do you want me to do next week on the cooking menu? What do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you want. All right, I'm putting the pasta in. Angela hates when the metal spoon or fork scrapes against the metal. It like drives her nuts. She can't even be in the room when that's happening. I don't really notice it. I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. And I've got 3 minutes to kill. So, talk to me. Who's out there? Talk to me. Somebody write in. All right, what do we got? Chef Watchman over here. Hey, Diana. Tuna saltimbocca. Oh my. Almost nobody knows what saltimbocca is. Calzones. Philly. Yeah, the next thing to happen is the rapture. Metal utensil scraping on teeth. French music? Sure, why not? Forget about it, Joey. Or something else. What is next on the timeline? I was asking one day the when question, and I opened my Bible to that section where Jesus said, I'm coming in an hour when you least expect it. And immediately I thought to myself, it's not going to be a high rapture watch. It's not going to be when everybody's saying, oh, it's a high watch, it's a high watch. I felt that's not when it's going to be. It's going to be when we're not expecting it. And that's when it's going to happen. I'm just telling you what I got. The 10th thing is funny. It must have been something that happened when I wasn't here because I wasn't paying attention. I love fresh baked bread, like artesian bread. Oh, man. I know wheat is not good for you, but it's so good tasting. So good tasting. Now normally, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot there's some parsley in my sauce over here. You know what I like in that is fresh basil. That's, oh man, there's nothing like fresh basil. So I use the basil pesto in place of it when because it's winter time. Otherwise, I have basil plants growing all outside. All right, so we're going to be done pretty soon. I'm going to grab a couple of plates. I'm over here, guys. I'm over here. I'm still here. I'm just out of camera view is all. Got my trusty strainer. Pasta will be done in a second. How are we doing over here? Who's on? Who's on? Who's on? Sign off, people. Sign off. No, not yet. Wait. Hold on. My timer just went off. Let me test my pasta. A little firm, little firm. Another minute. So talk to me. Who's here? I got 1 minute. Let's talk. Al dente. It's a little firmer than al dente. Paula, are you the one that wrote in that incredibly awesome comment that I commented back to you was one of the greatest comments I've ever heard? Is that you, Paula? Talk to me. You know who you are if it's you. Love fresh basil, yeah. Can you watch me eat? No, I'm going to eat with Angela in privacy. Y'all are killing me. Don't think so? Because the picture was real similar. Well, you'd know. It was really long. All right. Let's check it out. Perfect. All right. Now, to plate it, this is what we're going to do over here. We take our pasta, you wind it up, you lay it out so it looks real pretty. Take this one, roll it, lay it out. She doesn't eat near as much as I do. I'll probably eat more than that too. Then you take the chicken French. I'll eat 2. I'll give her 2, but she probably won't eat 2. Now, one thing we both like is take a little of the juice and put it on the pasta. Just a little bit, a couple of, like a tablespoon or so, before you put the sauce on. That juice is really tasty. Give me some capers over here. And we take a little bit of the sauce. All right, and there you go. There you have it. Chicken piccata. Or chicken French, as it's called. So, anybody have any questions? You don't have to give me your name. That's okay. All right, that you're male. That helps. All right. Why, are you a bad cook, Marlene? Or are you gonna kill him? Just playing. Tried to get the plate. Keep Sweet is the youngest person here. Okay. Hydroponic basil. That would be good. All right, y'all. I'm going to go now because I'm going to eat. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.